fans don't care about perfect messages, they care about attention.
It's cringe, but sometimes you need it. Otherwise, you will burn out. Climate.
What the price should I tell him?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see it.
Hi everyone, my name is Anna. I'm business developer of OnlyMonster, and today I'm recording this amazing interview with my good friend. Her name is Tiny Elena. You can find her on OnlyFans as well, and she is one of the best creators that I've ever known. Let's start with a little bit like opening. Could you please tell me like one word to describe being a content creator for you? Let's start with this one.
Oh, that's such a good question. I would probably say adventurous for sure, because I feel like you really get to explore different sides of yourself, really have a creative outlet, and it also takes you to new places, like with travel, getting to meet other creators, and just getting to fulfill your dreams in a much more free-spirited type of way.
But what surprised you the most when you just entered OnlyFans industry, like when you just started OnlyFans?
What surprised me the most was just the level of like positive feedback. So getting to have that connection with other people and just seeing how receptive like a lot of people were to getting together and just communicating also with fans.
So let's start with a blog that says norm or cringe. So basically you need to give me your feedback whether you think this is a norm or this is a cringe for you. And mostly I'm gonna ask you the first questions about traffic and growth, and I'm gonna be very glad if you can answer me honestly. Okay?
Okay.
What do you think posting daily, even if you feel burnt out, this is normal or cringe?
I think this is norm. Like I would say this is normal. It's just kind of part of the job. And I think with any other like industry, you know, you're starting your work even when life is still going on. And I think that you should really just kind of push through all the life events and enjoy it for what it is.
But where is the line between burnout and being just tired, maybe just, I don't know, exhausted?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think burnout is kind of like when you lose all of your creative flow and you're not able to get back in that state no matter what. And I think that's maybe when like taking a break would be good, or maybe traveling, something like that would kind of help you. But other than that, I think just staying motivated and staying connected will kind of take you out of those waves of like burnout and get you back into like excitement and doing cool shit again.
Nice. Yeah. That's a good advice to any other creators who might feel like burnout at some stage, to just take a rest and come back to work with the like new strength. So let's move to another question. Do you think that using Twitter X as the main traffic source is normal cringe?
I think it's kind of cringe. I feel like Twitter is just, or X, has just kind of like changed a lot over the years. So I think there's other better ways like to connect with people and to kind of find your audience for sure.
But what actually works like as a traffic source for you right now?
Right now, still the biggest ones are OFTV. It's so good. Like you really get to do some short form and a little bit more longer form, like showcasing videos. And I think people really connect with like seeing your personalities, seeing your hobbies. So that's why I think OFTV has been like my #1 traffic source.
Okay, thank you. Another question is, reposting the same clip everywhere, like TikTok, Reels, Shorts, is it normal or is it cringe? Like on every platform that you use for a traffic source, one clip for every platform.
It's cringe, but sometimes you need it. Otherwise you will burn out. So yes, it's cringe, but I think
but it works, right? I think that it works.
Yeah, because every platform brings like different people. Like, you know, day to day, like I spend most of my time probably on Reddit because that's more like my vibe than really social media. But like the people on Instagram and X and Reddit, OFTV, they're all there for different reasons. So I think it's cringe, but it's necessary.
But actually, is it like this platform care about posting the same content on different platforms? Is it like a myth, or is it a truth that this may be like a not good way to promote yourself and actually gain some new fans, reposting by the same content on every platform?
I think they know, like there's definitely some sort of software that catches like if you are just putting the same stuff out there. And also just people, if they're following you on like all platforms, they're probably sick and tired of like seeing the same thing. So I guess try it out and see really what works. I guess right now I'm speaking more to creators, see like what platform likes that specific content more. So if you're going to maybe do like a shopping video, post it on everything, see what works, and then continue on that path. And maybe you find like on YouTube, people are more responsive to like a cooking video or something, you know, versus on X, maybe you do something else. So that's kind of what I think.
Okay, thank you. Before we move to our another blog that's called Red Flag or Green Flag, I want to ask you two questions. Which one is hurt more for you? Lots of followers, but a few paying fans, or small audience but loyal spenders? Like, which is less hurting for you, and why?
Okay, I actually think that less followers and really like solid returning fans that have stayed with you through day one are kind of like your bread and butter, because those people, they've built that connection with you, and I think those people are really like invested and they're going to keep coming back. So even if you have a lot of followers, like if the engagement is not there and people just aren't interested, then it doesn't really matter. And I think people are starting to realize like all these huge accounts that were maybe like bought or something like that aren't really translating into solid fans that are like interested in you as a human. So I definitely think having a few really good fans that are in it for the long haul is personally what I think is better.
Okay. Are you ready for another block of questions?
Let's do it! Let's see it.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. Is it red or green flag for you if fan ask you for your personal information, like name, city, private socials? It's a red flag. Okay.
For sure. I mean, I understand it because it's like, you know, they want to get to know like a new layer of you, but I think you always have to prioritize like safety first. And there's kind of like a level of opening up that you can absolutely do, but they don't need to know like where your house is. So that's
definitely. I highly advise literally everybody, either agencies and creators, never give any personal information to the fan, because sometimes some of the fans may even be stalking the model, stalking her friends, so on and so forth. It's not safe. So definitely a red flag.
And take care of yourself.
Absolutely right. So another question is, giving someone temporary access to your account, is it green or red flag for you?
I think that's so important. Like, we need to be relying on other people to help us out. It's so hard to be like a one-person show that does like all the posting, all of the like checking on everything, all of the financial side. Like, there's too much, I think, once you reach a certain level. So I think it's definitely safe if you have like good people that you trust to rely on and you have contracts. I think it's absolutely a green flag to let other people help you out, for sure.
Do you have any things that you would never delegate to anybody who's having, for example, access to your account?
Yeah, it's hard to say. No, I can't think of anything right now. Not that I would not delegate. It depends. It has to be the right person, and I think they really have to reflect like your image and really what you want.
Okay. I also have like one question from Norma Cringe blog, and you have two different options to answer.
Yes.
Replying to a fan at any hour to keep engaged. Is it norm or is it cringe for you?
I think as long as you're not burning yourself out, then yeah, that's normal. Like if you have the time and you have the support to do it, then do it. As you know, but just don't do it. Don't be up till 4 a.m. every night being like, maybe I will get like an extra $2,000 or something for one message. Like it's not worth it. So yeah.
You actually gave me even an answer to my next question, because I was about to ask you, is being
Yes.
always available good for sales, or is it dangerous? But you basically particularly gave me answer for this question. So as soon as you don't feel any burnout to do this, feel free to do this, because it will also like provide you some benefit from fans.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'm about to move to block 3 that's called Truth or Lie. And we're gonna discuss like messaging and sales psychology from creator perspective of view.
Yeah.
So yeah, you basically need to reply truth or lie, and let's go.
Okay, I'm nervous.
No worries, everything's gonna be fine. So
Yeah.
fans don't care about perfect messages; they care about attention. This is true or lie for you?
Definitely true. So people want to have like a real person behind the screen. They don't want some like AI bot reply. They just want to talk to you. And obviously when you talk to someone and have like a normal conversation, there's going to be, you know, you're not going to spell it right and you're not going to maybe say the right thing, but people nowadays are just so craving that connection. Like I think it's absolutely true.
Okay. Do you think that personal replies convert better than any script?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like people can tell, you know, it has to be like personalized to them, and people can pick up on that pretty quick. And there's just no point. Yeah.
Okay. If a fan asks how much, you should answer immediately. Is it true or is it lie?
This one I struggle because that's a fair question. Like honestly, if I was a guy, I'd be like, yeah, like how much? But I think you could give it some time and really think about it and ask your support team, like, is this a good question? What do we reply
What's the
with?
price should I tell him?
Yeah, you have to like really think about it. You're like, wait, give me 5 minutes.
I'm thinking about the price. Okay, so
yeah,
this is
like, we have
this
to
one.
calculate it.
Okay. And I've got a few questions from this topic. Do you think that AI helps creators save time but kills like personal vibe of creator?
Yes. AI is such a helpful tool, like in so many different ways, and there's certain areas that I think it's really important to use it because that's kind of the future. And again, if you're trying to avoid burnout and maybe if your team isn't as like big to support you, then absolutely you can use AI. But I think when it comes to like conversations and posting and your own photos, especially, like people are just so tired of it. I think social media and that whole direction, you know, if you want to include like adult work in that same category, everyone's just kind of sick of it. We want to see like normal lives. We want to connect with real people. And I think if someone's going to see that and spot the AI on your page, they're going to be like, okay, if this is fake, like what else is fake, you know? So I definitely think it can kind of hurt your personal image and connection.
Very interesting point, because I always hear like different opinion on this point. Glad that you actually shared yours with me. And another question is, creators who don't use AI will fall behind. Do you think it's true or false?
Yes, even though I just said AI was like bad, but I do think like with every industry, you have to keep moving forward. There's always going to be like a new technology, a new platform that we're going to be using, a new way to connect with people. So, you know, use the tools that you have as long as you can keep that ounce of yourself that's like real and true.
Okay. Thanks. Also, I have another topic for you. Trend,
Yeah.
trash, or toxic. We have three different ways of answer. We intentionally added toxic because sometimes I know that a few creators told me that they had bad experience with an agency, and some of them actually were treated very toxic. That's why we decided to actually give opportunities for the creators to actually tell us what is actual toxic. So the first question is, AI generated sexting replies, is it like trend, toxic, or trash for you?
I see like why it's done. So I think from the fan point of view, it's trash because why are they talking to you if it's all fake? From the creator point of view, I see it as a trend. And I think as a creator, just remember that you have control over what's being put out there. So just to kind of be careful to see what's happening in the messages.
Totally agree. You need to check everything so that every message can feed the conversation and not harm anybody, either a creator or a fan. So yeah.
For every message. It's like it's too big.
So you need to check, right?
Yes.
Do you think that's scheduling content weeks ahead? This is a trend, trash, or toxic?
This is a trend I can get behind. Like this is how we help Burnout, and this is how we get like our time freedom back. You need to be scheduling content. Certain posts, like stuff that is like it's gonna get posted to the main feed anyway. You like this photo and you just want to share it at a certain time. Again, like having that time for yourself as a creator is so important, and realizing your creative like juices can only be refilled if you schedule and organize your work. I think a lot of people get into this job because they're like, I'm creative and I'm fun and I want to do all these things. But really over the years, I've been in it for like 3 years now, organization, scheduling, support is like the most important thing. So it's a trend that you should definitely be doing.
Yeah, I know even a few creators who told me that they actually record Christmas content in summer and like post them on the right time. So this actually saves your time. You have opportunity to shoot the content anytime you want. And for example, post it like a month ago or something. So yeah, this is definitely should be a trend.
Yes.
Okay. Last question from this blog is also about AI. Sorry for that. We have a lot of questions about AI today. Do you think that AI captions or hooks for promos actually works? This is trend, trash, toxic.
Trend if you remove the long dash. That's my like little hack. That always adds the long dashes, and sometimes you're just like, what's a good title? Like I actually don't know, and I need something interesting, and your brain is just kind of dead from the day. But you could. I don't think that's cheating. I think that's a trend. That's great.
Okay. Got you. And we have last fifth blog about like green on the red flag, about fan phrases. I've got like a couple of questions from here, and we can simply finish. So one of the last question is, I've been following you for a long time. Can I get something special? Imagine that the fan told you this. This is a green or red flag?
It's green. You know what? They deserve it. Like, if they've been following for a while and they're loyal, like I'm like, you know what? You actually do deserve like a little custom or something sweet. I think we should reward like good support. People that care about you are following you for a while. Like those people, you get an extra little custom video.
And so what you can say if fan told you, I'll subscribe next week. Promise. Is it a green or red flag?
Do it right now. Come on. We're both here.
Maybe
think,
he
like,
got his salary last week to make a payment on your pages. That's why he promised you to do it next week.
I think, if I'm being honest, if you're waiting for your paycheck to get on OnlyFans and pay, you've got to get off OnlyFans. There's some bigger problems there.
Okay, so this was a huge red flag for you.
Mhm.
Okay. And actually, I'd like to ask you two last questions, and maybe you want to give some honest reaction to this. What's the best mistake that new creator can make, up to your opinion?
The best mistake, like positive or worse?
The biggest mistake.
Oh, the biggest. Okay. Biggest mistake that I see them make is, not delegating work. Like really doing everything yourself and having feeling like an intense sense of control over your work, because I think you will get burnt out, and B, it's just not possible to manage everything once you've grown to a certain level. I guess for a true beginner would just be not protecting yourself enough, like not protecting yourself against agencies, not protecting your privacy. Those are really mistakes that I think can be really harmful to you. So always make sure like your location is secured, that your agencies aren't taking advantage of you. Things like that are definitely mistakes. Sorry to get so serious, but like, don't do that.
That's very wise words, to be honest, especially for those who would like to start OnlyFans. And maybe you also can share with me one thing that you wish someone told you before you start adult industry, because you're in adult industry for a long time.
Yes, it's been 3 years. I feel like I'm getting old. No. But one thing I wish somebody would have just told me is probably the importance of privacy and keeping things kind of to yourself and keeping your community strong, because there is still like a lot of stigma against the adult industry, and I completely understand. I think it's not something that people want to necessarily do their whole lives, and I think it can be great for your lifestyle at the time, but I wish somebody would have just kind of like held my hand a little bit more, giving me advice, and just kind of reminded me that you have to be strategic. Like when you start, don't ever just start and be like, oh, I just want to make, a ton of money and that will kind of be the end goal. It's like, I wish somebody would have been like, okay, here's what to do with your taxes. Here's what to do now. And here's how to like invest it and all that kind of stuff, because that I had to learn a little bit later on. So I wish from day one, I would have been like, okay, boom, like let's get organized with this. Let's make sure I have, everything set up for myself, like financially for the future. How long do I want to be in the industry, and really have like a really strict game plan. I wish I would have done that earlier.
Thanks for sharing these beautiful words. I hope a lot of creators who would like to just start with adult industry will actually listen to this, because you've been in adult industry for way too long and you grow pretty big. I'm not like saying this from the bad perspective. I'm from the good one, because you like literally so established creator, and you definitely can be like an idol for someone who'd like to start. And this is a very valid point for them to actually listen to the very good advice given by you.
Yes.
So thanks for this.
The milk.
How are you feeling after this interview? Because we are about to end shortly, and I hope you actually enjoyed and had a good time with me.
It was so fun. Yeah, it's always great talking to you, because ever since like our introduction, I've just felt so inspired, and I feel like every time that we talk, I get to learn a little bit more, like on the back end of things, and it also makes me feel more like confident and excited to do these kind of projects. And I'm feeling really great. Like, I really hope that this reaches the right people. I hope that you had some fun, and we'll have a great rest of our days together.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks again for this interview, and for our dear subscribers, please comment what topic you want to hear like next maybe creators, maybe about sales, maybe about AI boundaries. Don't forget to give some love to this video, comments, and subscribe to our channel.